book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16, and verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children, and be sorry. Your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The Lord Yahweh Shema shall send the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord Yahweh Shema shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten at his presence? All praises to Yahweh, by Shem Hawashai, Waharakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect that seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. That scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some looking like the heathen. They given 144,000. Preacher, teacher, and prophet. Shalom. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, the elect of Israel, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. Yahweh Shema Shai has a spirit of chaos upon Esau, the elites of Esau, and the elites of these other nations, to come down with great wrath and turmoil, man, upon the globe. All right? And it's all the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai. Remember, Proverbs 21. Yeah, the one Yahweh Shema Shai. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, as the rivers of water, and he turneth it whithersoever he will. So you see, Yahweh Shema Shai is in control of these elites. So this is the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. That's hitting the earth, man. Okay? And with that being said, there's so much going on. Now we're in the Super El Nino. Now they're calling it the Super El Nino. Now let's get Super El Nino. And all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Because it's at 10 o'clock, you know, it was at 9:30, it was already like 80. It was already 86 degrees outside. Right? I don't know what it is now. Let me see. Let's see something. Now it's 91, and I'm in northeastern North Carolina. Right now it's 91. You said, when the hell you talking about the temperature for? Well, this why. My AC or nothing is not on. I got the fan on. But when I tell you, just comfort, man, the sense of comfort and peace is upon me, and I'm cool. I'm not cold. I'm cool. Like, I'm very comfortable. My whole body, from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, man. I'm cool. I don't feel the heat. So hey, man, hey, that's the spirit, man, because hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, let's get it real quick, man. Let's get that real quick. We got to get it. Hey, these things like this, man, that ain't nothing. Man, you crazy as hell. It is something. Because Yahweh Shema Shai is letting us know, most definitely let me know, that, hey, he said he gonna keep us cool during the heat, man. And however he decide to do it, hey, he'll turn our body temperatures down so we'll stay cool. Hey, but Yahweh Shema Shai had me say that before. Alright? So, hey, expect miracles, man. Alright? Ecclesiasticus. Y'all know I forgot where it is. Let me see. Ecclesiastes 14:27. This is a fire chapter, man. Woo-wee. Let's start at 20. Blessed is the man that doeth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. He that considereth her ways, wisdom, being in his truth, is his heart. In his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets. The truth of the scriptures, man. Knowing the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Go after her as one that traceth and lie in wait in her ways. In other words, stay in the scriptures, man. Stay in the truth. Follow Yahweh Shah. He that prieth in at her doors also shall also hearken at her doors. He that, meaning it ain't no half-stepping, man. You don't get to go in and out this truth, man. Play around, dibble and dabble. No, this is an everyday thing, man. And you look at the other nations, right? You see, they don't dibble and dabble in their customs. You see? So it's more so for us. It says, he that doeth lies near her house shall also fasten a pin in her walls. Stay in his truth. He shall pitch his tent not unto her, and shall lodge in a lodging where good things are. He shall set his children under her shelter, and shall lodge under her branches. That's your family. Alright? Training up your children, your family in the correct and the righteous way, man. So they'll be protected, Israel. By her he shall be covered from heat, and in her glory shall he dwell. You see? And in her, by her he shall be covered from heat, and in her glory shall he dwell. Now y'all know we always got to make that point by way of the Holy Spirit, that the heat is ultimately going into this chaos, man. But hey, these plagues, but hey, it's not heat a plague. You get Revelation 16. So you see, it's just my whole body, my body temperature dropped, and I'm cool, and I just ate, you know, and I just ate. So you know, you eat, your body temperature rise, but I'm cool. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shah, and it's hot as that goddamn damn wood heat outside, man. Already, you know, and it's supposed to be 99 degrees a day, 100 degrees a day. So ain't no telling what it's gonna feel like. Probably about 110. And those who cut their grass, you killing your grass, because the lower your grass is and that heat on it, man, you killing your grass. And that's just a little inside note. Anyway, a Super El Nino is hold on. Hold on. Damn, I ain't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I want y'all to pronounce it for me. Let's do it.
Colloquially.
My fault, y'all. Means using ordinary everyday language rather than formal, academic, or technical terms. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Super El Nino. Super El Nino refers to a rare, exceptionally strong warming phase of the tropical Pacific Ocean that significantly alters global weather. Forecasters officially declared the arrival of a new El Nino in June 2026, with a high probability of it reaching super status by winter. So it's here to stay, man. Alright? It's here to stay. Alright? Now let's get what's going on, man. But you see how Shema Shah is using Esau through his pride to cause all these things to happen, as we read in Ecclesiastes 2nd 16, which that backs up Revelation 12. Alright? All these things are being caused by these elites, beginning with Esau, to bring forth this chaos, man, to break people down, to cause chaos and death. And let's get this real quick. Because see, everybody is catching it. They're in the process of breaking everything down because everything is here. It's already set up. Remember, they got to bring the chaos so they can come through with the order. And they're breaking everybody down.
This right here, Domino's new slice sauce. It's the perfect pairing for your pizza.
Vehicles,
You might have heard the warning.
You know, They just want a high class and a low class. All right. Social Security faces a decrease by 2032. By 2032, so it's gonna be before then. So they're gonna constantly break it down. And this bringing fear. This one cause death. They're already taking about health insurance, Medicaid, and all that, cutting that. You see, food stamps. Hey, y'all see what they're doing? They're breaking everybody down. All right. Social Security faces a decrease by 2032 if Congress doesn't act. Regardless of what they do, man, this place is finished, man. They're breaking it down. Eventually, they're going to cut it off. You know, everybody going to get cut off from everything. Hey, you see them canceling all jobs and giving it to robots, technology. Well, who put into this to Social Security? Nobody. You see? So it's always a domino effect to everything that's being done. You still trust on this system?
You might have heard the warning before. Social Security is headed towards a crisis. But what does the latest trustees report actually say? Let's go to Morgan Stevens with the Fact Check team. And we do have a new projection for Social Security insolvency. The biggest concern, what does this all mean for benefits? What did you find?
Yeah, it is concerning. So the trustees say that the retirement trust fund is projected to be depleted in 2032, a year before they had thought that. So if lawmakers do nothing, benefits wouldn't disappear, but current law requires payments to match that available revenue in the system. That means retirees could see across-the-board benefit reductions of about 23%. So to put that in perspective, someone receiving a $2,000 monthly benefit could see that check drop to about $1,540. These reductions would affect current and future retirees unless Congress changes the law, increase revenue, reduces future benefits, or uses some combination of those options.
And this isn't obviously, as you know, a new problem, but that projection is. That is a new angle of this.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So Social Security long-term funding challenges, they've been known for years. What's new is that the latest trustees report again warned that the program is less than a decade away from that funding cliff. The trustees say acting sooner would give lawmakers more options and allow any changes to be phased out gradually.
And we will see if there can be agreement on that. Morgan, thank you. And for more on this Fact Check Team topic, including links to their sources, scan the QR code or visit thenationaldesk.com.
But there you have it. All right, there you have it. They're breaking everybody down. All right. So you see, well, you know what's coming. It's digital system, man. Track and trace system. They want everybody to bow their knee. All right, and this will kill off a lot of people, man. A lot of people are going to be homeless. Property going to be taken away because they can't pay taxes. People already can't afford food, rent, light bills, gas. Hey, Yahweh Shah doing this thing, man. Hey, they doing their thing, man. Yahweh Shah are doing their thing. Remember, the Heavenly Father Yahweh has passed all authority into His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. So Yahweh Shah now is in control. All right? And they're controlling Esau, man, these elites. It's a lot going on globally, man. All right? Now, you got this World Cup chaos. Oh, yeah, y'all want to see how other countries are? Check out videos like that, like Global Explorer. Like, that stuff be clickbait. So if you're watching it, you see some thick women, and that ain't what it is, man. They do it to get you to click. It's clickbait. Due to the screenshots. When you watch these videos, man, you see how pretty these other lands are. And when you get to see them, man, you see America trash, man. America trash compared to these other countries, man. These other countries look good, man. I'm just saying, 'cause I like watching videos like that, and relaxing my mind. Now check this out right here.
How giant are Zaxby's giant wraps? So giant, they need their own zip code. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Own wealth measured in generations.
Chill.
Now you got World Cup opens under a cloud of controversies. Right. So you got chaos going on. And don't forget, concern of disease outbreak due to World Cup. Don't forget that I made mention of this before. They said, hey, measles could spread, Ebola could spread because it's World Cup. That was a concern at one point. So, hey, all these things are going on at the same time. They might still use it. All right? Health experts warn that the 2026 World Cup creates prime conditions for disease spread due to mass international mixing. Though massive outbreaks are generally rare, the primary threats are not exotic illnesses, but highly contagious diseases already circulating globally. All right, just to make that point. But that's the first thing that came to me in the spirit. Because you know that the World Cup is from June 11th through the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. It says the infectious diseases that experts worry could spread during the World Cup. There was another one that was more recent, but this was a day ago. Officials are less worried about viruses in the headlines and more concerned about illnesses like measles and dengue, as well as CV-19 and sexually transmitted infections. Yeah, you know, there's going to be a lot of skin-on-skin contact. You know, this June 10th, 2026. Let me see. Public health officials have spent years preparing for the tournament, which is expected to draw visitors from more than 100 countries to the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Although diseases such as Ebola and hantavirus have been in the headlines, public health experts say the disease is most likely to show up in clinics, emergency departments, or urgent care centers are likely to be less exotic. Instead, their top concerns include measles, dengue, respiratory viruses, and sexually transmitted infections that are already circulating. These diseases are likely to spread more easily as fans crowd into airports, hotels, stadiums, and festivals. And you know, a lot of these people not clean, man. So, you know, I just wanted to make that point. So, hey, they can still use it, man. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And it says chaos going on in Mexico. All right. Let's play this real quick. Hopefully it won't turn off.
Try new frozen Sonic refreshers.
This car is not that big, it's not that heavy, and you can feel every one of those horses. This is a fun car.
Chill, relax, chill, relax.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino tried to soothe anxiety over U.S. visa issues that have clouded the build-up to the World Cup. On the eve of the opening ceremony, he said soccer's governing body could not dictate immigration decisions to host nations. Immigration is one of several controversies that have clouded the start of this World Cup. On Tuesday, Iran's Football Federation said its allocation of tickets had been pulled. Days before the tournament began, supporters who had already made travel plans found they would be unable to attend their team's matches. Meanwhile, Somali soccer referee Omar Abdul Qadir Artan returned home to a hero's welcome. He'd been barred from entering the U.S. for the World Cup over what the Trump administration called links to suspected members of terror organizations. It was Artan's denial of entry that Infantino was responding to when he asked people to chill.
Of course, it is unfortunate as well what happened to Omar, the referee from Somalia. But again, we don't control everything. We'll try, we'll discuss, we'll speak, we will see.
As the World Cup kicks off, the boost to travel and tourism expected from the year's biggest sporting event has yet to materialize. Expensive match tickets have stymied demand as hotels say rooms remain empty and flight bookings have slumped. U.S. travelers in a country where soccer is less popular than Europe do not appear to be filling the gap. FIFA did not immediately respond to a request for comment about whether or not the World Cup was delivering a windfall. This year, the tournament has expanded to 48 teams and a total of 104 matches at venues scattered across North America. An assessment published last week by global carbon accounting platform Greenly estimates the event could generate 7.8 million metric tons of carbon dioxide.
So that's that right there. You know, but we read most of it. Now you got a massive fire that destroys
massive warehouse fire in
Cali. Massive fire destroys medical supply warehouse, sparks evacuations in Tracy.
Massive warehouse fire in Tracy, still burning. Some 5 hours after it started, you could see all that black smoke from our NBC Bay Area Sky Ranger. Let's go and bring in our Jody Hernandez, who rushed to the scene. She's been following this when she saw the smoke from Contra Costa County. Jody, what's the latest out there?
Well, this is still a massive fire scene. As you can see, we're here at the Prologis Industrial Park, where you can see there is still a lot of thick smoke pouring from the building, and firefighters are still working to contain the 5-alarm fire that's now been burning for 5 hours. The fire broke out just before 1 o'clock this afternoon. The Tracy Fire Department says the call came in as a roof fire at Medline, a 1 million square foot medical supply warehouse. But despite an aggressive attack, firefighters could not contain it. The fire chief calls it a perfect storm. Strong winds, low humidity, hot temperatures, and water supply challenges. The chief says the hydrants inside the building had no water pressure, and the sprinklers weren't working either.
Yeah, we had water supply issues, and we don't know why. And we're not sure if the sprinkler systems that protect this facility operated appropriately. We made a good aggressive interior fire attack, and the sprinklers were not operating.
I'm grateful that nobody has been reported hurt, and that's number one for me. As long as nobody is hurt, I mean, we can rebuild things.
Our primary mission at this moment is to get these fires suppressed and to make sure that we bring all the resources to bear that the city of Tracy has to ensure that our public safety personnel have all the resources they need to suppress this fire and get us into a safe place for the community and our businesses.
Now, when we got here, we heard explosions coming from the property. The chief says that may have been gas tanks or tires. There were several big rigs still on the property. The chief could not tell me specifically what kind of medical supplies were inside the building that's burning, but he did say they are monitoring air quality closely. So far, there has been no need for a shelter-in-place order or air quality warnings, and we're going to take you back live here where you can see the Office of Emergency Services is still out here. There is a lot of thick black smoke, but again, right now, no shelter-in-place orders have been issued. We're going to show you that smoke right here. A nearby warehouse, the FedEx building, was also at risk for a period of time, but we're told some pallets caught fire outside that building, but they were able to keep the fire from getting to the FedEx building, so that's good news. Again, no people were injured out here, which is hard to believe because hundreds of people work at this facility, but firefighters say it will likely take days to contain. Reporting live in Tracy, I'm Jody.
So you see, no shelter in place, but you got all that thick black smoke. Yeah, that's crazy. And then you got tornadoes jacking up Illinois. So it's a lot going on.
This is how you cook a matchday meal with me, Gordon Ramsay. You don't, you muppet.
Overnight from the Midwest to the Northeast.
Wow.
Powerful storms impacting more than 90 million Americans as a multi-day severe weather outbreak sweeps across the country. Over 250,000 customers without power in Illinois after multiple tornadoes touched down across the state. This twister carving a path of destruction through the city of Streator.
There goes that house.
Powerful winds tearing apart these homes, sending debris flying.
One man getting trapped under the wreckage. A photographer jumped in to help before he was lifted out by first responders. At Chicago's O'Hare Airport, flights brought to a standstill after a ground stop was issued. While at Midway, air traffic controllers forced to evacuate.
There's a tornado warning for the airport. It's supposed to be here in 10 minutes or so. We're evacuating the tower.
Nationwide, more than 1,500 flights canceled and thousands more delayed. In Wisconsin, fallen trees and utility poles littering the roads. And in Iowa, torrential rain swamping communities, with some areas seeing more than 3 inches in a single day. The downpour stretching all the way to Pennsylvania, soaking Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium and leaving the city's skyline nearly invisible.
Downtown has disappeared. Can't even see it.
Forecasters say the combination of high heat and humidity is helping fuel these storms. Feels like temperatures could top 100 degrees today along parts of the East Coast. This comes as scientists confirm the arrival of El Nino, a climate pattern that can drive global temperatures higher and shift weather patterns worldwide.
See that? So it's a lot going on. You know, Esau's at work, which is actually Yahweh Shemal Shah. Let's get this one right here. And this will be it. Yahweh Shemal Shah willing. Special 7 p.m. curfew goes into effect until at least July 5th in U.S. City to ensure safe summer. It'll need to be all cities. BYNs, teen takeovers, you know, crime rate going up. That's good. This is in... Come on, now hurry up. Hold on, y'all. It says, as part of the curfew, unaccompanied minors will be barred from being in the city center at Oyster Point between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. the following day. It says, this response has been taken following nuisance caused by teen takeovers where large groups of young people gather in public spaces on June 9th. The council members voted 7-0 to adopt the measure for June 10th and on Friday and Saturday nights until July the 5th. Let me see. Where is that? Son of a bitch. Yeah. Okay, there it is. The one about Shemashah. That's Newport News, Virginia. That's right up the street. That's VA. That's VA. Let's get this last joint right here. Just it's getting hot, so you already know they're gonna put a limit on them fireworks. It says North Carolina bill would restrict public camping by homeless individuals.
Well, North Carolina lawmakers are moving forward with a bill that would regulate where homeless people can sleep. The proposal would ban camping in many public spaces and allow local governments to create designated camping areas. It would also crack down on drug sales in homeless shelters. Supporters say the bill would improve safety and oversight, but critics argue the focus should be on addressing the root cause of homelessness. Well, North Carolina lawmakers...
You can dress it all you want. Hey, Esau doing what he's doing, man. He moving by way to Yahweh Shema Shah on the left-hand side. So things are most definitely getting worse. It's hot. You know, it's killing season. Temperatures flaring. People have no patience. Be circumspect out there. Stay prayed up in there and Yahweh Shema Shah Shalom.